Hey, Tiny,
Yo.
you like non-stop action?
Yeah.
Extraneous kills done in a clever and over-the-top way?
Obviously.
Plot be damned?
Yeah.
Also puppies.
Yeah.
John Wick Volume 3's out.
Let's go to the movies. This movie stars Keanu Reeves as John Wick, Halle Berry as Sophia, and dare I say, my wifey, everyone's wifey, Morticia. That's right, and she's the director. Chewy?
Wait.
So John Wick Chapter 3 basically starts immediately after Chapter 2.
Mm-hmm.
The basic plot, not that it's a very deep plot, but it involves the universe where there exists an assassin's guild, known as the High Table, and John Wick is one of the assassins of this guild. And he did something at the end of the second chapter, where he is now excommunicado, as it is specifically said in the movie.
He was minutes away from excommunicado at the beginning of the film.
Which basically means there's a bounty on your head, and it's a free-for-all between every assassin in this guild. They can all just come and get you, and whoever does it is going to get a ton of money.
Yeah, and you get no help. And if you do get helped, they are severely punished.
Correct. Yeah, so there's definitely rules when you're designated this label.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so since no one's allowed to help you, you have to just basically you have to run until you die. So I mentioned that this movie doesn't have a plot, which is true. It doesn't have a deep plot, as it were, but it doesn't need one. This movie isn't trying to be anything that it's not. This movie knows exactly what it is, and it's a linear story with non-stop action. It introduces all the characters that you're going to see, and based on the fact that you know that Keanu Reeves' character, John Wick, is an assassin, all these guys are going to die. But it's the way that they are presented. It's almost as in the when the deaths for movies like Halloween and Friday the 13th, when those movies are presented, it always introduces each character. Now it's sort of in the reverse in the sense that, in those movies they're not necessarily the protagonist, but they're, either sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes they deserve it, sometimes not so much. But they're always somewhat individually presented, and then they all get a really sweet death. And John Wick does this really, really well, and it does it hundreds of times. There are so many kills in this movie, and you actually feel like a lot of them they were given their own, their own well thought out execution. Each one was pretty well thought out to be, more individualized than the other. As the movie progressed, as each scene, each environment brought out new methods, and which I thought it did that really, really well. You know what it is? It's like Die Hard being a Christmas movie. It's a lot of action that happens on Christmas. Well, this is a lot of action that's essentially over a dog. Tiny, what did you like about this movie?
What I liked about this movie, I'll tell you, Chewy. I enjoyed this movie for its gore. Yes, there was gore. I'm not going to say there was a lot of it, but when there was, oh man, boy was it welcome. Thank you very much for that gore, guys.
Oh yeah.
What I also did enjoy was that it reminded me a lot of Kill Bill. Not necessarily in a revenge plot, but more of an action and style. I like that a lot, really. I know David Leitch wasn't involved in this one, but good stuff, man. Really good stuff. And also what I enjoyed the most was a particular scene, was this knife fight scene. I'm not going to tell you much. I think all I can say really is hatchet, baby. Hatchet. Sophia, Halle Berry's character, she was fantastic. I don't want to just go ahead and say that she's female John Wick, but she's she's a female John Wick, man. She had it all. She did it too. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, Halle's character was actually stood out to me a lot in this movie.
Oh, heck yeah, heck yeah. If you're a Storm fan, guys, even if you're a Swordfish fan, guys, you must watch.
The reason I like her character was because the movie essentially used her as nothing more than a plot device. However, it did it in such a way that it actually elevated her character.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Her only purpose, she only had one purpose, was to get John Wick
from point A
to point B, whatever point A, point B is, but in doing so, you got to know her. So the only character that you probably got to know deeper in this film was probably Halle Berry's character, because you got to know about her loss and how she actually correlates with John Wick.
Heck yeah!
I want more of her. I want more of the dogs.
More Sophia, baby.
More Sophia. More Belgian Shepherds. Belgian Malinois.
Give me all the dogs, guys. Really, it's
more dogs.
More dogs. I was smiling. Anytime I saw a dog, I was smiling. There was also scenes where there was dogs where I wasn't too much smiling, but I'll let you guys find that out.
Oh, and if you're a cat lover, there's one in there too. So come on,
There's one for you guys.
There's one for you.
So, we're talking about all the things we liked and stuff. What didn't you like?
Well, I really enjoyed this movie because of, what it is and what it meant to be. So I think if anything I did not like was probably that it didn't give more. It gave a little bit of characters on purpose, but I just wish that you got more. The problem is with giving these characters some great scenes, that it made you care about some of these characters. Good guys, bad guys alike.
Zero.
Well, the good guy being a gray area. Granted, all these guys are killers.
Assassins, yeah.
So take that for what it's worth.
The good guy in the story.
The good guy in the story. It presented the characters in such good ways and such intelligent ways that it made you a fan of a lot of characters that were not main at all. So you got a lot of mid-card characters, as it were, that are actually really interesting and that I want to know more of. Even if it's just a little bit more. You don't have to do, a whole movie or side thing,
Who are your favorite mid-card guys, if you don't mind me asking?
Definitely Shinobi 1 and Shinobi 2.
Homies with the knives? Heck yeah. I know exactly what he's talking about. Great fight scene, guys. Don't miss that.
If I sat through 3 hours for Endgame, I could sit through 3 hours of John Wick.
Give me a 3-hour John Wick Chapter 4. Just
We need a director's cut.
Please?
Something.
Or yeah, give us a director's cut.
Give us a director's cut.
I'll take it.
So my other complaint is that we didn't get enough. We didn't get more of the things that I loved. Tiny?
I'm gonna have to agree. I wanted more King, more Sophia, more Zero. Oddly enough, Zero, very entertaining as a bad guy, as the villain of the story. He had it all, man. He's charismatic too. It's cool. He's chill. Like, you wanted to be his friend. You want to hang out with the dude. I mean, you don't want to get killed by the man. He's a deadly assassin, but. And his entire crew, deadly. It's not just him, man. Those guys are. Whew.
This movie accomplished exactly what it set out to do, which was entertain.
Oh, snap.
And entertain with really, really sweet kills.
Extreme.
And they managed to sneak in some cuteness in there. And I gotta tell you, the one thing that I did not expect that I was very pleasantly surprised was the comic relief.
Yeah.
The comic relief in this movie was written so cleverly. It was placed in just all the right moments. So it was funny in the right moments, and then it immediately switched gears, and it was seamless.
Never felt forced.
It was never felt forced. It was seamless the way it essentially changed genres for even a split second, and it did it so well, and it did everything that it wanted to do, and it did it well. And for that, I give this movie an A.
Nice.
Tiny?
For what it was, the action-packed thrill ride, it definitely delivered. I give this movie an A. And guys, before you get upset, there are spoilers. Spoilers. Don't forget, count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spoilers.
From this point forth. Again, spoilers. You can turn the video off now. And then come back and watch it after you watch the movie. Tiny, what was your favorite scene?
Well, my favorite scene, I did mention it earlier, was that knife fight. That knife fight was fantastic. They ended up in.
We gotta give it a play. It was at a knife store. It was
something, or at least a gun shop. They were definitely in a shop where there was arms.
There was definitely like a lot of outdoorsy hunting apparel. I guess I don't know. There was a lot of knives. There was a lot of bladed things.
I'm almost certain there was guns too, but
there's hatchets, axes.
Yeah.
Of all various sizes.
Yeah, but that was definitely my favorite scene. And like I said, there was a hatchet involved, man. I don't know if you guys want, spoilers here, but John Wick takes a hatchet from one side of the room, launches it to the other side of the room, impales a man's skull. Wow. When I was sitting in the theater, I told myself, immediately this movie gets an A, and until this movie starts to mess up, and guess what? It stayed an A, baby.
The movie actually got me in the same exact scene, different part, or sequence, different scene. My part was just, I really liked that part in that particular scene where he had that knife, and he was just stabbing the guy, and as the protagonist, you always see the guy, he's holding the knife as it's going in his eye, and he always finds a way to move or back up.
Yeah.
This is the first time in cinematic history that I recall that move has ever gone the other way. And you saw John Wick just push that knife right into this man's eye and into his skull, and then he went from struggling to just
death. I gotta say, the only thing I can recall like that, Saving Private Ryan, when homie takes the knife to the chest. Ouch.
Hey, Danny, I don't know if you knew this, but Halle Berry, she trained these dogs for 5 months to film this movie. There was no full dog trainer on set because she was the dog trainer.
That is so cool.
So these dogs looked as good as they did because they were actually obeying Halle Berry on set.
That's so cool.
During these scenes.
That's nice, man.
So you always gotta appreciate that they went to the extra miles.
Yeah, put in the extra effort for sure. Makes everything more believable. That's
again,
great.
These dogs are great. They used 10 of them in total. I don't want to call them stunt dogs, but they were actor dogs. There was 10 of them. The breeds, I thought they were German Shepherds at first, but they were actually...
Did you say 10 of them?
There was 10 of them. There was 5 Belgian Shepherds. Not German, they were Belgian Shepherds, and 5 Belgian Malinois.
Probably Malinois.
Malinois,
who knows? You guys might.
Someone correct me in the comment section. Yeah. Let us know in the comment section. But these guys were amazing dogs. Also, another little fun fact. I remember one of the assassins in the beginning of the movie at the library.
Oh, that's right.
The really, really, really tall one. He's a basketball player.
Yeah.
He plays for the Philadelphia 76ers. His name is Boban Marjanovic. Oh, God, I hope I'm saying it right, which I'm probably not. Comment section. Alright guys, well thanks for watching our videos. We just have a couple more announcements to talk about our channel. So just things that you can expect coming up. You can expect not just new movies from the theaters. We're going to start just pumping out content where we'll be having just movies that are DVDs, movies that are recent, more things like that. Straight to DVD. We're going to do Netflix. And we're going to do a special series called Tiny Reviews. So make sure you stick around for those. Lastly, guys, make sure you guys hit subscribe and hit the notification bar so you can get all the upcoming videos.
Hit that like or don't.